Hello again, this is Priscilla Batzel in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Fluid Art Studio. I have a 16 by 20 inch matte canvas that came pre-primed black, and I'm going to use it today without an extra coating of paint on it because I've got a couple of things. Wipe on poly that's in clear gloss and wipe on poly that's clear satin, both from Minwax. And I used some of this stuff recently, one coat on an old painting that I had done, used with the same background. This is just one coat and it worked out really well. So I'm confident that I can get away with it again, which means I can just go ahead and start any way I want. I've got a swipe card. I'm just planning on pulling some colors. I've got some true silver to start with. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I'm going to give myself an opportunity to play whatever game I feel like at the moment. This is Cerulean Blue, which I shouldn't be so messy with. And I think I'm going to add a little bit of Midnight Shadow. And Midnight Shadow is a Prizm pour, and so is Cerulean Blue, and so is True Silver. But this is the Amethyst Queen, and this is a Primary Elements. I like the dots. I could probably, you know, I will someday, I will get that camera I keep talking about. Now I've left a lot of my bottles very close, so it's going to be kind of tight. I'm going to take half of this here. And the other half the other way. Although I kind of like it like that. Maybe I'll squish it. Let's see what the colors bring. Alright, I've got some color over here. I'm just going to add some Jasmine to it. Sorry about the card in my teeth. Not sure where those crunchies came from. I've got some Decoart Americana 24 karat gold. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that either, but I'm going to just keep playing. This is Saffron, Prizm pour. I'm going to use my card. I'm going to wipe it off all the way. Let's see, I think a little orange crush. I'm going to go lighter on my pull this time. I want a longer card, and I have longer cards, so let me just grab one. I don't want to put so much pressure on. The first one I did of these I liked very much, and it didn't have that much pressure on. So I'm going to keep taking my residuals, wipe my card off. I haven't used any of this African Violet for a long time, and I'm kind of inclined. I'm going to try squiggles. I've got some Mystique. African Violet's a Prizm pour. Mystique is a primary element. When it's open, it works. It's more likely that it's going to mix with the zigzags. I wish I had more space. I don't like the way that card moved. I will probably put something else over that. I think Amethyst Queen Nope, not Amethyst Queen. What? A little bit of Tempting Tulip. I'm going to go back to the smaller card. I want to try out some of this vivid, intense white I made up. And see what happens when I combine it with another color. Or two. This is the Rhapsody Rose. Yes, it is. Cool. That's cute. I have a little space there. I'm not sure I want that there. This is Orange Crush. I definitely picked out too many colors to make it easy on myself. Alright, so I like the gold. I'm going to use some Royal Sapphire. And I like the weird shapes I get, so that's an on-purpose thing. This is the African Violet again. Looks like a golded head, a winged bird. Pretty cool. Not anymore, but still. Now I really liked the yellow and the green last time, so I'm tempted by Fandango. And I really like it with the Royal Sapphire. But I've left myself room for something else, so what is it going to be? Maybe I'll just use the longer card. I think it's going to be Midnight Shadow, and that was weird. I got a lot more than I expected. Let's grab my bigger card again. I want the residual of that someplace else. Right there. Right there. I thought I brought, yep, I did. I grabbed the Tuscan Sun. Which I'm going to use with Jasmine. No, I'm going to use it with the Orange Crush and the Jasmine, I think. And that smear of Royal Sapphire. Which will just make it a little weird. I'm going to wipe this card off. And use the smaller card for the rest. I'm being called to the Frozen again. And I'm going to use some Tempting Tulip. I like anomalous marks. I just wonder if I'll keep liking them. I'm not really so sure about this down here without the... I think I'm going to use some of the Burmese red, which is a Fairy Tale's primary element. I want some of that cerulean blue. It's been a few days since I've been in my studio. That's got to go. Whatever it was. And I'm happy to be back here, but I'm a little nervous. Never did use enough of that white. Got some Prussian violet. African violet, I think. I'm really missing the wild orchid, and I think I'm about to use some. Those will probably just blend. It's getting pretty busy. I'm going to get some bottles out of my way. I can't work like this. That's pretty cool. There's some neat stuff in there. Of course, I moved the bottles that I really want. I'm going to just use straight paint. That's what I think I should do. Permission. Give myself permission. I see I've left some really beautiful paint over here that I'm going to definitely more fully utilize. That's better. I'm getting there. Yeah, I like that. I didn't think about adding spirals until right then. I'm going to squish it anyway. I'm loving how that saffron looks. And I'm thinking that I should put it everywhere. Everywhere might be too much. Skinny little lines of it though, for sure. I did pull out some Atelier black, but it might be nice to add some black too. I can also use that white. I'm not saying that this is an easy thing. This is a fun thing. Well, it's supposed to be a fun thing. I suspect it would be very easy for me to run out of time right about now, or shortly. I like the white. Not sure about that one though. Where's my littlest card? Let's give a little card. Let's get down and get funky and add some weird textures. We need them. I have some paint on my card too. I think I want to use it Just scraped it right off. So we're sort of angling toward geometrics. It's getting better. Wipe that off. I should just go through and put colors down and then square things out and just make textures. I think it's time for more Orange Crush. You know what I haven't used? I haven't used any of this sour lemon with a little bit of Orange Crush in it. I'm going to give myself 2 minutes, and when that timer goes off, I'll have another 2 minutes. So I should tell you guys I love you. Thank you for being here. I'm getting it together a little bit. I love these 3 dots in there. That just makes me want to add dots. And I've got stuff I should pull out. It definitely does not belong. That's a bubble. That's stuff. Just little crumbles of something or other. I think I might be almost done. I hope so. That'd be alright. I kind of like it. Which is more than I can say I was feeling for a minute or two there. But you can't really expect miracles in 20 minutes, so give yourself all the time you need, because I don't have it. My camera shuts off. Those are bubbles. I kind of like the white. I think I probably said that. Who knows how it'll show up either, because it's... I'm going to wipe that off. Where am I going to wipe that off? Someplace else. Right there. So I do sell my artwork. When I do, I'm really happy about it, just in case you need to know that. And I'd love to sell some. But if I can't sell my artwork, I also sell prints on Fine Art America and Pixels.com. And reproductions of my artwork are utilized very successfully. Added to merchandise at Pixels.com, Fine Art America, Society 6 and The Gallerist. I want more Jasmine. I think that's what's missing. So I should tell you guys I love you, and thank you for being here. I post at 10:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm hoping that I'll continue to do so, but if I don't post on weekends, you'll understand, because there's a lot of competition, and it means my views suffer. This is sort of coming together now in the last 2 minutes, of course. It was meant to be fun, and it was for a minute. Yeah, I'm not unhappy. I mean, it is kind of busy. There's no doubt about it. And I could do a toothy tool over tomorrow if I wanted to. You could do all kinds of stuff with a base like this. You could like put stars on it. You could put checks on it. I wouldn't mind putting some black and white checks on that. It'd be kind of cool. But I can't do it in 20 minutes, so... Alright, I don't like that last mark. I know you can tell that was the Jasmine, and then that was the Prussian Violet. So I guess I'll see you guys anon. Please give me a thumbs up, share my videos if you like my experiments. I really appreciate you being here. I hope you come again. You can see tomorrow's video on the community board of my channel. Most days, if I'm on top of my game. A little more cerulean blue, I think. Kind of wish I had put some black in there. I might come back. Ooh, I like that. That was a good mark. And I like the residuals left on my card. Be very helpful if the bottles were not in the way. So you guys take care of each other, take care of yourselves. I'm sure you're almost out of here. Don't forget the 20% off Colour Arte coupon code next to the 10% Pixel